Hi there. I've just finished a walk from the Lifeboat observation to Leasowe Lighthouse, so I'm returning on a different path. That took over an hour, so I've decided to return on a different path and film it. So we ended here at the lighthouse, Leasowe Lighthouse, and we're going along the coast, part of the Wirral Circular Trail. Right then, this is easier to walk. The other one was sort of round through fields and stuff, part of the way, so it's a different route back to where my car is. Now there's a wall here, but then I'll probably walk along that. Well, I might vary it and then go on to this. Just have a view now of the and the sign here, information. Wallasey Embankment. You're there. And we're going towards Hoylake here. Maybe not as far as that. Just prior to Hoylake actually, or the top end of Hoylake. So you can walk along here, which is a bit boring, I think. So I'll take that raised path, grassy path. Some ships out in the distance. There's one. How's that, eh? That's quite a few miles away. So let's have a view into the distance here. Right, I'll zoom out and then in. There you go. This is called Meals Beach, or yeah, there is a Meals Beach part of that. And over the distance is New Brighton. Some features on higher ground. Looks like a water tower or something. That's quite a way away. Those, see that big block of flats are? They're called the dips. You can walk along them, and it's quite a good thing. Those are all the docks there. Some of them are at Seaforth across the other side of the Ribble. There's a ship in the dock there. They're all container vessels now, most of them. Follow the shoreline here. Yeah. Oh, it's all right. You're part of the picture, it's all right. Yeah. Yeah. If I was a director of a film, you know, maybe they put that. It's very considerate of him. Anyway, let's go. Where's he gone? I can't see him gone that way. Must have done, because it's a bit rough for your bike along here, I don't know. Didn't look like a proper mountain bike. Right, off we go. Yeah. So I have a previous video that we were on my YouTube, and that went across inland there through all those trees and stuff, and stables, horses and stuff like that, and ended up at the lighthouse. So this is straightforward now. Just straight back. Loads of birds out there. Well, let's have a look at them. As it's a sort of straightforward kind of walk, let's just pick out some features whilst we can. Let's just get it right. There's loads of them there. If I zoom in, there, see them? See how much detail we can get, eh? Ooh, well that's good because it's got them, and while it zooms in, I'll try and capture these in detail here. Yeah. Feeding. And there is a ship on the horizon. I'll zoom out and in, it's easier to do it that way. That's why you have a viewfinder on the telescope, you know, to pick out the detail. Where is it? There it is. It doesn't look like a cruise ship, does it? It's a cargo vessel. Right out there. That's it, zoom in. Yeah. My God, it's one of the hounds of the Baskervilles. Hello, boy. Hiya. Some of the walks are nice and peaceful, and it's the sound of the wildlife, the birds, things like that. It's funny you adapt, isn't it? When you sleep, there's people live near a railway, and then they don't dislike the railway, and they get used to the sounds. Other people would never. Oh, I'm not going to stay at the railway hotel. But other people, like I say, we used to go on holiday and we stayed at places on Wales, and they were, all night they were transporting coal. As kids, you know, just after the first night you were used to it. But maybe not so much with say an airport or something, and they're sort of really close. I used to live in Chester, near the railway station, Pickering Street. And at night, I used to go to work, by the way, along the canal, the other side of Chester on the bike. But anyway, that's by the by. At night, I could hear these owls hooting. I couldn't guess where the hell are they. But even in a city, there's areas that are fenced off or whatever, and you could hear these owls hooting. So when I went to work, I said the owls are at it again. I said the great didn't bother me. You know, before I dropped off, I'd be listening. They wouldn't wake me up. Never found out where they were. I suppose it can carry some distance, but just amazing, isn't it? How wildlife sort of adapts. Yeah, so it's not sounds but sights as well, and also audio. No, I said that. It's smell. That's it. It's like you know that you've been to the beach. The air is different, isn't it? Fresher most of the time, anyway. So fresh air, audio therapy, visual therapy. And what's nasal therapy? So I get therapy every day. It's good, isn't it? Don't have to go to the surgery. Get them. People go there for their therapy. Yeah. And I actually don't talk when I'm not filming. Yeah, so I do feel a bit wary, you know, but they can see the gimbal. But I film on my camera that's on the phone itself. And yeah. Oh, what a delightful dog. I can't imagine what it's barking at, to be honest. Yeah. Oh, look, a feature. Hey. See, you walk a few hundred yards and now it's Leasowe Common and Meals Dunes, the North Wirral Coastal Path. The yappy dog is an extra, specially brought in by the beloved beast is brought here by their owners to share the joy. views in the distance, rolling off into the horizon. Now, I'm not averse to dogs. Most of them don't do that, you see. So any dog owners think, oh, he's not nice. And no, it's not nice listening to somebody's dog when you go for a walk in peace. Yeah. I've been to the Lake District and they were a big sort of upset about these power boats that were on Windermere. And they've injured occasional parts of there you can swim, and they've injured people. And it's not just me, there's fishermen go there, and you know, that's not a problem, and the horse riders. But power boats, you know, go to an old filled in gravel pit and do it there. It just spoils that. Yeah, they've gone now. They say, well, some business has gone, that's fine. I'm getting a bit, anyway, you know, you get the point. Let's just think about the majority, the silent majority, literally. You know, that doesn't happen. Somebody out on the field there. Oh no, oh yes it is. What's that person doing? Can I get them there? Somebody there, isn't there? See that? Anyhow, there's people coming in towards me and they think I'm pointing it at them, so. I am a hoss and I live on the moss. Funny enough, they're talking about that dog. Yeah. It's not like you couldn't not notice. Yeah. Back to the old bird song and lovely light breeze. I won't mark it down as continued from the early walk. It's not really, it doesn't really matter. They're both different paths. It's just I've done 2 walks over an hour. I couldn't have it all in one go, so that's it. It's a separate walk. Just coincidentally, it'll start where I ended. But if you watch one or the other, you wouldn't know. It's good for people on bikes here as well. See these folk here. Good exercise as well, isn't it? There's a rental place near Conway, the harbour. And you can rent bikes and go all along the south coast with no roads, cafes and things like that. Rent your bike for a day or half a day. Yeah. Have another zoom in. How do? The dog owner don't have a problem with that. There's some rare breeds as well. I've seen those. There's a Japanese Akita. If I see one of them, I speak to the owner. And they were Japanese hunting dogs, but they're not noisy. Yeah, they're just... and a fair size, medium-sized dog. Fairly rare. Have a chat. Horses as well. A couple of days ago, met a lady near the butterfly meadows near Ince on a horse. Look at all these benches they put out. There's none, and now there's one every few hundred yards here. Must be some kind of idea that they thought maybe it's near some car parks, I don't know. I know some of them have got plaques on them because there's, you know, like an old tired bunch of flowers that were put there, probably on the day of memorial, the day of the funeral, and they've come round. That one, oh, they're fairly fresh. Yeah. I'll go towards the edge here so I can have a look at this. There's actually a boat there. It's well disguised. It's the same colour as mud, so there. Yeah. Whether that's a wreck, I don't know, because it's might be okay when the waters they do seem to lean over, but it doesn't look very healthy looking up at it. Zooming in. Yeah, rocks. Yeah. What's that Who song? I Can See for Miles. If I could be bothered, I'd put that track on. I Can See for Miles by the Who. What's the term for this? A bevy of benches? Congregation of whatever? Sort of house on its own there. It's quite got a bit of character. It's got like a tower sort of thing on the corner. And then there's some weird corrugated iron sort of things. Look almost like old Second World War army barracks. Which they could have been, who knows. Oh, they've even put, is it their daughter? Oh, it's sad, isn't it? Let's even get it. Jane Smith, my bride, come to have a rest and sit with me. Together the sunset we shall see. We will see in memory. Ah. There's just a reminder to move on with things. It's not a rehearsal. Yeah. It's adapting is the thing. It's like that in evolution. Some people are stuck. And they keep stuff, you know. They hoard, I think, a lot of negative stuff. And eventually, you know, most people have moved on, but they can't. Yeah, there's some lovely people, and there's others that are there as a test, I think. Yes, must be great with bikes along here. Yeah, it's just great. No worried about roads or anything like that. Nice view, isn't there? Right, at least 180 degrees to your left or right, depending which way you're going. Really nice. And then reward yourself along the way. Make a good day out of it. I remember as Moggy, who's a mate across when I lived in Thornton, which is North Liverpool. We used to have newspaper bikes, or our bikes. Moggy had his newspaper bag, and we'd go out on our bikes for the whole day, cycling around. Great. Very little cost. Now on the walk to the lighthouse that I did earlier, is the entrance to where the cafe is. I think it's that one. Yeah, it does say on there, but see how maybe that misses out with people there. Anyway, it's a very nice cafe. I said I'd go back, but I don't want to film in the cafe. Yeah. No, is that the private gate? I think it is. It's not the cafe, that's further on. I was wrong. So anyway, if I can't see it, just off that way, you can come off this thing around here and you'll find there's a cafe. It's only a little wooden gate with a sign on it. And there's static homes there. There's some stables and horses. And it's like a little quiet, it's a nice cafe. Spoke to the owner. And so that's on that video. I'll do. Brave man, cycling. Well, it's not too bad a path, is it? Somebody's dog there, the owner will be coming up with it. Coming up off the beach. Well, not too far now. This is a very straightforward walk, you know. Hello, little fella. Yeah. Oh, another one. They belong to this old fella here on the path. Meals Dunes. Hello, boy. How do there? Yeah. Yeah. Not pointing it at you. I'm not pointing it at you. Yeah. I haven't seen the signs yet, which say you can't have a camera here. But you never know. I'd have to have you one of those match of the day cameras where it'd be obtrusive to somebody. It's about what? But yeah, anyway, I'm not that worried about that. More wildlife, more birds. Which isn't a surprise, is it? Yeah, you need one of those specialists. What, the twitchers, they have them, don't they? Cost thousands of pounds. Yes. I could zoom up on him, you see. You wouldn't know that, though. Yes, there's a good zoom on this camera. Yeah. See, these are fairly nearby, these birds. Let's have a look at them. See if I can get a better image. Where are they? Around there, yeah. See what we can see. Might get a bit more detail. Are they sandpipers or? Because I'm only looking on the screen, it's zoomed in, but it's a small, you know, it's the size of the camera. So I don't really see it when I film it later, or when I view it later. You know about audio, when you're on a path, a road is, you know, it's of note, you don't even notice it. But it's quite a pleasant thing to me anyway, when you're walking along a gravel path. It's just a nice addition. It sort of confirms that you're not on a concrete road or something like that. Now that is familiar. Now he's some kind of photography or media, because he had Batman there, and I can assure you that's the one. And now I can see there's various, they're not usual things you'd see, you know, there's you'd have to see the picture. It just looks like Batman standing there, and everything there is a silhouette, and he's moved to Hoylake, you know, as you would. Bloody Gotham City's a not a very desirable place, is it? So he's retired now, I think. Got rid of his mansion, and he's never been so happy. How do? Yeah. You know, doesn't have to look out for that stupid bat signal again, Commissioner Gordon. Now there's something there, because I've moved on. Is there something else there that is it his cape hanging up on a? No, the light isn't good enough to see that. Appears to be something against the wall, but I can't see it. There's the cafe. Oh, good grief. See that? There you go. Where is it? There's the sign. Cafe, see? But I won't be going there. That's it. Did you go to the cafe? Did you go to the cafe?
No, we just picked the dog up from the groomers.
Yeah, I'm coming back now. So I found it. A cafe. That's good. Again, I go and enter. As I say, it's static homes and stuff, stables, various other things, as well as a nice cafe there. So it'll be slightly shorter because I was stopping more. I haven't added conversations I've had and whatnot. I'm not going to zoom in on every memorial bench. It's a bit ghoulish, isn't it, really? Yes, we're a few minutes away now. Yeah. Yeah, I like the sound of footsteps on the gravel path. Tell you what you don't see, there's microlights. They used to be around here quite a lot. I don't know whether they've changed regulations or something. It's a very common event, and it's one of those things I've only just noticed when I had this aircraft or whatever it is. It's it's an aircraft, small aircraft. You don't see many, maybe different elsewhere. There you are, Her Majesty's Coast Guard, Hoylake. But the actual lifeboat station is a big lifeboat out there, and it's towards further into. I don't think there's anybody there, is there? Is there anybody there? Surely you could put a remote camera there nowadays, couldn't you? It's like lighthouses are operated remotely. But I did see a couple of cars when I passed it. I went around the back as well. So, yeah. There's a sign there. I might as well. An information sign, and just you can pause if you want to read it. Thank you. All right.
Come on, girl.
Yeah, there's a fancy piece of equipment there. There you go. This is the coastline that there's where we are, and I'm parked in this little car park here. This is Meals Beach. Hoylake is further down. Caravan parks we see in the cafe somewhere around there. It's not the breakwater, we've seen that. Leasowe Lighthouse. So that's all I've done is from HM Coast Guard Station to Leasowe, and now I've returned now along the other alternative walking route. And there's a lot more things. There's a lovely Leasowe Lighthouse. There's the Green Hut cafe, and there's a hotel come golf course, Leasowe Golf Club, Wallasey Golf Club. Oh, he's up on the ladders. What's he doing? Or is he collecting that crap that's on the tree? Yeah. Yeah, I went down that way. Eventually got to the lighthouse. Now, don't think I have to walk all the way up here. Looks like you can just get across, but that drops down there. No, I can't do that. Not that it matters. Just would have cut out 2 minutes that wasn't really important to see. You know, I could have just crossed there where my car is. Well, it's not on the slipway. Oh, there's some boats there. It's parked up here. Yeah. Still can't get across. Oh, there's a stepway over there. That's good. That's an old boat, and it's actually on a map at a different place. They've moved it here for some reason. Dave's boat or something. I did film it. As you can see, it's damaged, but it was like, it's been at a certain spot, and it's even down on Google Maps. So if you're looking for that now, you're not going to find it. Yes. This looks good, but if I have a coffee I won't be filming it, so I'll just film across, and then that'll be it. Just have a look at the cafe. There we are. That's the cafe. Yeah, you can see that boat now that it's a wreck, really. Yeah, see, and even that little boat there in front is... yeah, and that's been in the same place for years, apparently. It's even featured on the map. Oh, look, the bin men are here. Lad on a bike with his camera. Should have asked him if it's a camera. Just make him think about. Very handy in my car, actually. I've got a camera in that. You know, the camera doesn't lie. That's why you go in this country, everywhere you are being filmed. It's not by individuals, it's by the town itself and the various shops. You know, so there's the calf. I'll zoom in so I'm not poking it in their face, you know. Yeah, some workers now having a break. Hey! Excuse me, that's the time I signed off now. Waffling on about the fresh. the fresh air and everything. So I'll see you next time. Right, I might have a coffee. Bye bye now.